Not that the Electro effect stacks, but watch this. Electro, I get the +1 energy, and then Oscorp Tower is going to give him Electro with the ongoing ability of only playing 1 card per turn. And he has the hood to deal with. Yo, hey everybody, it's Drewberry, and it's Wednesday. And on Wednesdays, we cover new locations. And the new location this time around is Oscorp Tower. After turn 3, all cards here swap sides. Spicy. I can confidently say that this is one location that you can take advantage of and gain some extra cubes, way more than other locations in the past. I think there was a lot of locations where people obviously knew what to do and played decks around it. But this one, there's a few cards to tech in that are really going to make a huge difference. And normally the deck I spotlight is just kind of an amalgamation of a lot of things that work for the location, but it's not overall a very good deck. Well, in this scenario, I have a pretty strong deck submitted by JLH in the Berryverse Discord. Thank you, my dude. I've been running this, and it's unreal for this featured location. So this featured location is going to be running until October 14th, and it has a 40% increased chance of showing up. I have 3 cards that I think are worth teching in depending on which pool you're in. So I have 1 card from pool 1, 1 card from pool 2, and 1 card from pool 3. The first one is Ironheart. So there's not a lot in pool 1 that you really want to give your opponent. There's not too much that has negative power or has a really negative effect that you can swap over before turn 3. But I thought Ironheart was a good opportunity because if you play a card on 1 and then play a card on 2 and then you play Ironheart at Oscorp on turn 3, well, you don't really care about giving your opponent a 0 power card, and if anything, it's actually going to disrupt them because it takes a spot at that location. And you still get the benefit of giving +2 power to 3 of your cards. And if you only have 2 cards out there, then so be it. If you're able to play 3 1-drops before then even better. In pool 2, I have Ebony Maw because Ebony Maw doesn't let you play cards at that location for the rest of the game. If you give that to your opponent, it location locks them, which I think is pretty funny. Yes, he's a lot of power, and you're still going to have to find a way to beat that total power. But if they can't play anything there, you can be pretty confident that you can tally up how to win the game. Okay, and last is the best card to run right now, by far, Electro. So Electro, he has on reveal gain +1 energy for the rest of the game, but his ongoing ability is you can only play 1 card per turn. But that's an ongoing ability. So if you give that to your opponent, they don't get the extra energy, but they get the negative effect of only being able to play 1 card every turn for the rest of the game. So I think it's super worth it to try and wait and draw for Electro, then wait till turn 3 to play Electro at Oscorp and swap that over to your opponent. Another fantastic option in pool 3 is the Hood. He's -2 power for only 1 cost, so pretty easy to get out there, play at Oscorp, and give your opponent a negative power card with no added benefit and take up a location spot. So you're probably thinking, well, what if my opponent dumps a bunch of awful things on my side of the board with Oscorp? Well, that's where this deck list is really strong because we have those cards like the Hood, Ebony Maw, Electro, but we also have ways to give back those cards or destroy them with Carnage. So you can just gobble up all those negative effects. Or Viper, just give it right back to them. They give you something negative, you give it back in turn. And then the rest of the deck really relies on getting that Electro buff of getting the +1 energy because your rest of your turns are just insane. If we can get Sera out early, discount all these heavy cost cards that have amazing effects, and then plus with the extra bonus energy that we have, we're gonna have some insane turns. So let's check out this deck in action. Let's get to the games. All right, here we go. I think this deck is super, super strong. We just need to draw, hopefully, Electro. Okay, there's Oscorp Tower. And we draw Electro, so right on cue. So I can actually play the Hood here now, and then Electro on turn 3, and we'll be just dandy. See what our opponent does in return. The hardest part with this deck is I think it's so good when I do that Electro play to them. Ooh, Gamma Lab is wild. Gamma Lab is great for Demon. When I do the Electro play to them, they might just retreat. that's like the worst part, because then I don't get max cubes. All right, here's the easiest Electro play. Check this out. And we're also gonna get a Hulk. He might get more Hulks, but we have Shang-Chi to counter that. So Electro, Oscorp Tower, and the Hood. Look at this combination. Anytime now. Oscorp Tower, he's thinking about it. If he plays Electro, no problem. We Viper it back over. And he's in a worse spot. Not that the Electro effect stacks, but watch this. Electro, I get the +1 energy, And then Oscorp Tower is going to give him Electro with the ongoing ability of only playing 1 card per turn. And he has the Hood to deal with. And now I can Shang-Chi those Hulks, but I'm not going to do that just now because I got Sera in hand. And ongoing effects are doubled with Onslaught Citadel. Oh my gosh, I didn't even notice that. That is so good. This game is a wrap. But here's the challenging part. That's fine. Cosmo doesn't matter at Onslaught Citadel, my dude. Oh my goodness gracious. Here's the challenge I have. He's gonna snap. What are you doing? There's in no world do you ever snap there. I need max amount of power on the left is what I need right now in my life. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna snap. So what I'm saying is the challenge is when do I snap? Because I'm in such a dominant position. But apparently my opponent is feeling confident and I'm all for it. Because there's no way he's winning the Gamma Lab. And I just have to win one of the other two. Shouldn't be too hard. Captain Marvel is not gonna do it, my dude. That is just not going to do it. We have Captain Marvel. A 3-cost Captain Marvel, mind you. Oh my goodness gracious. We're gonna put Captain Marvel right, ooh. She has no on reveal. And then Shang-Chi right down the middle. And that's a wrap. That's an absolute 8-cube stomp. I'm not even gonna play Carnage. He's gonna play Destroyer, which that's a pretty cool play. Cosmo to Destroyer. That will not be enough, my dude. Yeah. Even if Captain Marvel flew over, my Captain Marvel will count his. And there you go, 8 cubes. I'm telling you, this deck is nuts. Now, JLH, he did have a different card in instead of Ebony Maw. I believe he had Ronin, and I don't hate that. I like the fact that you get another late game card to get the benefit. I just wanted to showcase maybe if Ebony Maw came up in the game, because I think that's a good opportunity if you're in pool 2. There you go, I'll have the deck list in the description below, check it out. I also have a link to join the very first Discord. Come and join and hang out. That's where I found this deck, and I was able to start running it right when this location dropped. We all collaborate on what are some good decks, some cards to run. That's where I get all my great ideas, right? It's all of you guys. So thank you so much for watching. Snap subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I will catch you guys next time.